guys, welcome back to another awesome episode of #Blessed. I wanted to talk about something that is going on with the YouTube Christian community. And it's not just the Christian community, but it's also the YouTube Christian Truther community. I'm quotationing a lot. I wanted to talk about this because it's so very, very damaging. I have witnessed, and I went into this in a previous video where I talked about the Vigilant Christian Mario, and I've been watching his transformation, and I think it's wonderful. I think it's absolutely wonderful. He had a downfall. He was unmasked for the things that he did, and immediately he checked himself into a center to help him with his sex addiction and his drug issues, and communicated that with everybody. And I applaud him for that. I really do applaud him for that. The videos that I've saw recently of his have been completely different than what I saw from him going back a couple of years ago. Okay? Completely different person, but God can transform anybody. You have people like Kanye West, who called himself Jesus, who said that he was Machiavelli or Shakespeare, that he was Jesus reincarnated. This man was in rough shape, okay? He was. I did not like Kanye at all. I know that he's dealt with mental illness, and, I respect that his family stands by him and wants to support him and all of this other stuff. When he had his transformation into becoming a Christian, I saw something and I heard something that showed me it was a legitimate situation, okay? And I can say this from my experience, all right? I'm 4 years, somewhere around 3.5, 4 years sober, not from drugs or anything, but from pornography. Sober from being a horrible human being. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm Jesse Lee Peterson, that I'm completely perfect now that I'm saved. But 4 years in, and I can say that when I got saved, I was so excited. I was zealous. I was moved. I wanted to tell everybody about my faith. And I look at Kanye and I say, he's got signs that he's been saved. Legitimately. But what I see in the Christian Truther community and the Christian community in general is nothing but disrespect and disregard. I do. Constantly, I'm running past videos and commentaries and people breaking stuff down, and it drives me nuts, right? So let's pull up a person's music. Oh, look at that in the corner. There's a wall plaque, and if you zoom in real close, it's an Illuminati triangle with the eyeball in it. Like, this stuff is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy. Now, I've had people do that with me. They look at me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, he's got the sign of Moloch or whatever on his neck," right? I get more flack about my Magen David, my Star of David, because of my ancestry. I get more flack over this on a video, and when I actually refute it and totally break down this whole, it's a pagan symbol, it's evil, and it's these mud cake stars that are talked about in the Bible, when I break all of that stuff down, I don't even get any views on the video. I explained it. I gave evidence, everything. But that's not what this is about. What it's about is the body, and I say that loosely with all kinds of quotation fingers, knocking the body, eating itself, right? Because the Bible's pretty clear. Okay? And if you don't know this, you can look this up. The two witnesses in the Bible are the Jewish believers and the Gentile believers. The Jews and the Gentiles, the Christians and the Messianics. They're the two witnesses because they're referred to as the two olive trees. Paul called the Christians the olive trees. All throughout the Old Testament, the Jews were referred to as the olive tree. So the fact of the matter is that people want to go in and they want to psychoanalyze every single little detail. Like they're going to look back here and they're going to say, oh, he's got the complete series of the Magic School Bus. And I'll say, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'm very proud of that. Okay. Got it for $13 at Ole's Wholesale. Okay. Very proud of it. All right. But the fact is you can look at anything in the background and make an assumption. You could say, oh, he's not following Christ. He's not good enough. So we're going to tear him down as the body. You can do that. But I say this, okay? The proof is in the pudding. Let's talk about the story of the Pharisee that came to the synagogue on Shabbat. And he goes in and he sees the tax collector quietly praying in the corner. And he goes next to this man with his high and mighty attitude. And he says, oh God, thank you, Lord, for not making me like one of them. Thank you, Lord, for not making me a tax collector. Instead of saying, thank you, Lord, that this tax collector is being repentant and coming to church or coming to the synagogue. Because it wasn't about that. What it was about was self-gratification. I'm so much better than you. You want to see that? Go watch Jesse Lee Peterson. Seriously. I think some of his stuff is hilarious. I'm not going to lie. I watch it and I laugh the whole time. Because he's a huge troll. But the fact is that he will look you dead in your face and say, you still sin? You're not saved. That is the attitude of the body online. Absolutely. You fell short? Are you serious? You fell short? Wow. You must not be saved. You're a false convert. You're being used by Satan. Oh, you're a messenger of the devil. Oh, you are a wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh, you're trying to infiltrate the church to lead people away from Christ. That's the mentality. And it's awful. The Bible also talks about before you are going to cast judgment upon your brothers and sisters, that you should take the plank out of your eye before you try to take the speck out of your brothers or sisters. People don't realize that. And I think it's funny. And I'm so grateful to God. I thank God that Mario had this happen to him. I thank God for that. Because now God can use him. Now God can fully use him. And that sounds terrible, but it's true. I was put in a horrible situation and decided to commit suicide. That was when God said, I'm going to be able to use you. That's when God said, time for me to take control of the situation. We have to hit our rock bottom, people. And even though somebody like Mario, he was zealous for God, deep down he knew he wasn't doing God's will. But God said, I'm going to use you anyway. I'm going to chip away at your stony heart so I can give you a heart of flesh. But when I look at what the body does to anybody that kind of trips a little bit, and yeah, it might be a huge blunder. This stuff happens all the time. But you are also of the flesh. Statistics have shown that there is a huge number of pastors, active pastors, who are teaching, who are preaching sermons, who are actively watching pornography. Seriously. We're all of the flesh. We are all of the flesh. We are not above reproach. When you get saved, you're not just magically healed. Your life doesn't just go to peaches and cream or ice cream and cookies. That's not how this works. You are constantly in a battle with the devil. There's a lot of speculation about the thorn that was in Paul's flesh. Was it an illness? Was it an injury? I've heard people speculate that it was sexual sin. Paul came from a dark place, guys. Came from a dark place. He did some horrible stuff. And he literally took off for 3 years and said, you know what? I'm going to do my preaching. I'm going to bring people to Christ. And when I come back, I will bring the evidence to the table. And either I am doing what God has asked and it is verifiable, or I'm not. And he was verifiable. The proof is in the pudding. Do you love your brothers and sisters? Do you wait for an opportunity to knock them? Right? I see this stuff and it drives me crazy. I fell into the trap of listening to people like G-Man and Shanny for Christ. And that was a mess. The whole Shanny thing. I literally tried to reach out to both of them. I tried to communicate to Shanny at least. Totally beside the point. But the fact is acting as the body, right? You have G-Man who has over 12,000 subscribers. And he's talking about peeing on people's graves. I'm not trying to put these people on blast, but what I'm saying is that even though we are saved, we're still of the flesh. God needs to break that old way off of us in order for us to do better. And again, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. If either you know, G-Man or Shanny, you see this, I am happy to talk to both of you. I'm not trying to knock either of you. I'm saying that the things that I saw was typical of what I'm experiencing with the YouTube truther community or the YouTube Christian truther community, and it's awful. We should be getting down to the point here, and the point is we're coming to a singularity. We are. We're about to face some stuff that we've never, ever, ever faced as a people. We have jumped 50 years in the past 6 months. Talking about microchipping, talking about this global pandemic. If you had said it a year ago to me that we were going to go through this, I'd say you were crazy. What I'm asking for every single person here is to just analyze your content. If you are producing content and you're supposed to be serving the body, you need to analyze your content. Are you supporting your brothers and sisters? Are you trying to build them up even when they fall? Or are you trying to destroy them? Is it about your brand, or is it about the spreading of the gospel? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know if this video has been impactful to you at all. Thank you guys for watching. God bless.